quarterback when I don't understand that stuff. Never did understand football. I went out to the football team. They put the JV team in front of a bunch of 8th graders. I weighed 90 pounds. They put me at the position of center. I was squaring off against a guy. He weighed at least 50 pounds more than I did. Now, I don't know whether you've ever seen a big dog run at a small dog and hit the small dog with his body. He rolled me like a pit bull rolling a chihuahua. I just tumbled backwards. And then had to walk home from practice. That was 2.5 miles. I said, the heck is this? Yeah, somebody's out there. Hey, thanks for tuning in. You came a running. I appreciate it. I did the same thing when I heard the call of the electric guitar. Came running as soon as I could. Wore out too. Well, I wore out one, and I got another one like the first one, but it's really not worth having unless you're learning. Once your ear gets used to good, like this Hendrix Signature Stratocaster, you can't go back to cheap guitars. And now I'm getting into pedals. I've got a fuzz bass, a Metal Zone, MT2W, the Crybaby Hendrix Wah-Wah, Ibanez TS808, a Boss Looper RC1, and I am coming into a reverb pedal here in a couple of days, and also an EQ pedal. That's going to be the interesting thing. Having equalization, control of equalization after a wah-wah pedal. And on top of it, Boss pedals, allegedly, don't take my word for it, because I'm taking the internet's word for it. We know how believable a lot of things are on the internet, unless we really want to believe it. Like Trump's a good guy, and he's going to take care of women, whether they like it or not. He's going to take care of women, whether they like it or not. I think he's done took care of women all they need taken care of, to tell you the truth. There's a whole lot of women that have final resting places due to his appointments to the Supreme Court and his Trump's words saying states wanted it back under their control. In other words, 50 different laws about something. I believe in freedom. ones, if you have to write it down on a piece of paper to keep a note of where you went, it's pretty easy to do. Just write 6 lines on a piece of paper. The top line is your first string, or this bottom one right here. It's kind of like you turn the guitar upside down and you read it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the way the tablature is written for most musical instruments. But, you know, it's... Get a clear tone out of this thing. I just don't think it's possible. Get very far off that. How about this? someone said in the comments the other day, you better be careful or you're going to get burned out. And that's after I've already gotten burned out. So here we are, live. And I'm sitting here without anything, no beverage at all. But anyway, here we're getting a grocery delivery in right now. You hear anything in the background? I hear that train coming, it's rolling round me, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck to go to prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down the sand. When I was just a baby, my mom told me, son, always be good, but when don't ever play with guns, run a shop and Reno, just watch him die. I'm here close to prison, hang my head and die. Vicky Wilson. I've always been playing guitar 18 months. Like your guitar, took it up 18 months ago. That's my train sound right there in case you didn't catch it. I'll do it for you again. It's kind of expensive getting into an electric guitar. Seems like there's always money involved. That's the only train sound I got. But I have got one more verse of that song. We're facing from this prison and that river train line. I bet I put it on a little far down right on the prison. That's where the law will stay. But I'll be in Folsom Prison until I die. Now take us home, Wilson. Hats off to the man in black, Johnny Cash. Outlived Sister Jim. Then he put out the album with We'll Meet Again on it. We'll Meet Again. You need to go listen to that. Very, very powerful song. It's kind of like Chris Christopherson, Sunday Morning Coming Down. It's right in there with it, right up there with it. My cat, he's rather adventurous today. He normally hides when I crank it up. He walked right by the speaker, like he's sneaking up on a bird. confines of A chords, like you're going C, A, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3. So you're not getting one beat in each one of those chords until you get to A, and then you go. That's another alternative. That's an A. That's taken from the C. You know, you put your finger onto the G string at the 3rd fret, which that makes. Okay, now I know where I'm at now. There's got to be an easier way to do this. What I'm trying to do is come up with something, a chordal approach to a G kind of deal where turn that down or I'm never going to That's not going to happen right now. Well, I can't say I didn't try. I think if I were to drink some water, I might have a little bit better luck. Can I? Let's see. Well, wow, there's nobody watching. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, how are you doing? I'm going to get me a bottle of water. Got the cotton mouth. I'm sure it's 4:20 somewhere in the world. Or about 12, 15 minutes past. Oh. Seeking ye shall find. And here's to all of you that believe Trump is ordained by Jesus Christ, ordained by God. What it reminds me of is the kings and queens of Great Britain. After the Nordic people started invading them, and over 300-400 years, and how they believed everything the Catholic Church said, you are the chosen by God. And we finally got to where we could have a choice and a freedom to worship. And now they want to put Jesus on our money, exclude Muslims, Hindus, and anyone who, like myself, who is agnostic. Agnostic, you don't know what that term means. I don't know what to believe. That's it. You don't either, do you? They say you ain't got no place up there. Well, it's a mansion without a key. That's all I know. You can just put your head in my breast. God ain't going to have you hold you to his. He's the one put the evil white man over top of you. Oh, evil white man. Orange man from Mar-a-Lago. I bet he ain't even got an orange tree down there. I bet the only person he could beat in on this game of golf would be me, because I don't know how to play. But ain't that bad, buddy. Yeah, you got that right. I expect he is glad you can't vote. You and your kind, if y'all had to vote, I say the damn ought to start a constitutional amendment, give pussies the damn right to vote. See if Donald Trump comes up and grabs you just because he's a star. Oh no. Don't be talking about blood in the man. They already done tried. Iranians done tried to kill him twice. That's a fucking joke. Like this. That's a real simple riff to go through. I know I'm not acing it by no means, but it's an E chord. This right here, it's all these shapes that people make. There's not that many of them, but they cover a lot, cover the whole fingerboard. And it's memorizing them and knowing if you're at this point of the fingerboard, all these options are available to you in a certain tonal quality, which will complement the previous note. Okay. Y'all see this? This is my arm rest. Yeah, you don't come in on camera too good, bro. That doesn't mean you gotta leave. Oh no, he's ignoring me now. And turned his back on me. You know how it is. People turn their back on you, but they'll listen to you if they turn their back on you. If they turn back around, in his case, he's going to fall. The things we go through for a while. Yeah, I've got a little bit of work to do on everything that I do. But the point is, at 18 months, how good is anyone supposed to be on electric guitar after 18 months? I mean, what is it supposed to look like? That's what I'm wondering. Am I ahead of the curve? Am I behind? I'm just, where am I at? You know, I get a lot of people saying, it sounds good, sounds good. They don't give me no channel to go to where somebody's been playing 18 months. Well, people say I'm no good, crazy as a fool, 'cause I get drunk in the morning and get stoned in the afternoon. Anybody got the correct time? Well, it's afternoon. You feel free. I'm kind of like old boutique hound, like to lay around in the shade. Ain't got that much money, and the dancer ain't got it made. But I ain't asking nobody. I can do mine. Don't like the way I'm living. You just vote on Trump and leave me alone. If you're a subscriber of this channel, you and regular, you'll know what's coming next. The most highly anticipated part of the program. Y'all like that? Well, let's do it again. What do you say? Did I get a thumbs up? Now the preacher man's talking on the TV and spitting down rock and roll. Wants me to send a revelation because I'm worried about Donald's soul. If Jesus walked on the water, and I know that it's true. Sometimes I like to see Obama try that trick too. I ain't asking nobody nothing, not like he does. I can't get on I sure wish y'all would send me. What have we done send him? Billions of dollars. A couple billions of dollars have been sent to Trump in the last 8 years just for legal things. Their idea. A man could just walk up and grab hold of a woman because he wants to. If that does not make every man who has a daughter just madder than hell, I don't know what's wrong with them. They must really be snookered by him. I watched Donald Trump when he came on the air on NBC. Honest, I did. I served time in the Virginia State Penitentiary for marijuana. It's 3.5 years for, what you could, heck, you could stick it all in your pockets. And that amount. No ton, no 100 pounds, no 20 pounds, no 5 pounds, no 3 pounds, no 2 pounds. I had 20 ounces, and when they got to court, there was only 8 ounces there. But, things being the way they were, my lawyer was in the future to become a judge, so he was part of the clique, man. Excuse me. But, well, I guess your nose itches from time to time. Maybe you'll ask me to excuse you the next time you rather think about me rather than mine excusing myself in your presence. I guess as long as they think about you. That's the way Trump goes at it. He learned what, most people in politics have stayed away from. That negative press is still press. And Trump has played that. I realized that 20 years, almost 30 years ago now, that regardless of whether what your publicity was good or bad about you, people, if you were part of the media, they were going to tune in and watch you. I learned that, and I worked for one of the people that was looked at like that. Super intelligent guy. Pretty decent boss too. There was only 2 of us. He fired everybody. He bought the place and then fired everybody but me because I was the only one that didn't buck him. That didn't think I was better than him. He was another human being, and I considered myself equal to everybody else. They didn't consider themselves equal to me. They thought they was that much higher than me. And we're all equal under the eyes of God. And the Constitution says we're created equal. Some of us are just lucky, like Donald, to have a daddy, whose daddy was ran whores, for lack of a better term. He ran whores in Washington State, or the territory of Washington State, and then moved on up to the Yukon, made him a fortune on his whores up there, went back to Germany, where he left Germany to avoid the draft back in the 1870s when they had a war in Europe, and he got back to Germany, and they ran him out of Germany. He found him a wife, and then they ran him and his wife out of the country, and they had to bring everything to the United States, and that's where Fred got his start in New York City. But Fred Front Jr., in his daddy's eyes and Donald's eyes, was nothing more than a glorified taxi driver. Do you consider Sully Sullenberger the man who landed that jet plane in the Hudson River a glorified taxi driver? I call that one more piece of flying with a whole lot of good luck on your side. It's a wonder people didn't die. Sully Sullenberger. Now that's one man. Trump hung the Medal of Freedom around Rush Limbaugh's neck, the most divisive man besides Trump to exist in politics. Sully hasn't. Sully's Sullenberger. He's a modest man. He did what he thought was right, and if it had ended up being bad, he'd have been blamed. But he never has gotten the credit that he deserved for saving all those lives. Had COVID been addressed, the NIH had already been to China in December when they learned about it. So it had been out since December. And then they finally locked the doors at the first of the year. The United States was notified government to government on December 31st, 2019. That's when the United States received notice. We went through an impeachment and all this other stuff, and COVID never hit the headlines. But all the while, it was morphing into what would become the most deadly virus in over 100 years. Almost 100 years. And they called it the Spanish flu. And for those of you who have not bothered to educate yourself, the reason it was called the Spanish flu is that you didn't want, we were in World War I, and the last thing a nation wants you to know is that everybody's sick. That Spanish flu started out in Kansas among a bunch of hog farmers. These hog farmers get drafted. Well, they take it with them for training and basic training. They pass it all around. And by the time they get over in Europe, people are getting sick everywhere. And then it crosses the trenches, crosses from one side to the other. It gets into the German lines. And the Germans get it. And that's a whole lot of the reasons they gave up. That Armistice Day happened was because everybody was sick and dying. Killed 1 out of 5 people. And it was particularly cruel to people around the age of 40 years old. Very cruel. 40 and under. At that time, they said that there had been several viruses that came through in the late 1800s, and that gave the older people and somewhat of an immunity to it. That's why it didn't hit the elderly population as hard. Now, my great-grandmother on my daddy's side, she succumbed to it, and she's just one of many. But she succumbed to it, and he went on. He was born in 1858, and she was somewhat young. But he lived all the way up to 19 until he was so old that he wouldn't eat They took him to the doctor, and the doctor told his daughters, he wants to die. He's depressed. He's no longer wants to live. And you can go take him home, and you can try to force food on him if you want to. And you can talk bad to him and make his life a misery until the last breath he draws. Or either you can embrace the fact that you can make him comfortable until he does expire. And they did what the doctor said, and they let him go ahead and pass from this world. But you lose your wife in 1918, and here it is, near 50 years later. Well, it's 40 years later at least. That man's been rough on him. I never knew the man. I wasn't born until 56. So he passed 2 years before I was born, making him 96 years old. Which is pretty old, you know, being born in 1858. Looking back, a lot of good people. It was real funny to me, since creation theory exists in all religions, some form or fashion, and all these creation theories are so similar. And a lot of people don't take into account that we had mountains separating cultures. Mountains, oceans separated cultures for thousands of years. Take gunpowder, for instance. It'd been around and been around. In China, they invented it. But not until the white man got a hold of it was there a weapon created out of it. Now, what does that say about the white man? That he's ingenious? That he don't like to fight up close, hand to hand? He'd rather shoot him in the head from a half mile away? Yeah, pretty much. Said, I think about that Navy SEAL, killed that teenager over there. Trump pardoned him, holding him up like he's a deer he just killed. Human life gets that cheap. I don't know what to say about people. I don't know what to say. Except, you know, I'll take the next one's place. Let the young man live. I'm old. Get rid of me. Don't kill the young buck there. He ain't done nothing to you but exist. You can make him out to be, you can shoot him in the head and make him out to be what you want. That's the way it was. That spring the other day, and it's been slipping me ever since. those are double stops. Hitting two notes at the same time. Double stop. I don't know why they call it double stops. Had no clue, but I know I'm doing double stop. Get fancy here. What do you think about that? Huh? Tell me now. Before it's too late. Well, I'm going to take a slight, about a 10-second pause for the calls. I'll be right back. just felt lazy. How about a lifetime? Hey, I'm no good, crazy as a blue. 'Cause I get drunk in the morning and get stoned in the afternoon. I'm kinda like my own boutique hound, I like to lay around in the shade. Ain't got no, you don't like the way I'm living. You're highly anticipated, maybe one of the two presidential parties candidates' rally sites. I hope not. There really wasn't much to it. It's all hype, you know. That's what it is. It's all hype. Love thy neighbor. And speaking of which, well, the preacher man's talking on the TV and he's looking down the rock and roll. And he wants me to send a donation of the word about my soul. Jesus walked on the water, and I know that it's true. Sometimes don't you wish a preacher man could do a little walking too? But I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on mine. You don't like the way I'm living, you just need a solitary country boy. Long-haired country boy. Yeah, I've got, let's see, some other song coming up. I can't remember. Hey now, hey, just saw it come in there. Trying to learn a lick or two. I think I've totally embarrassed myself enough one afternoon. Yeah, that's Huey, Huey Thompson. He is, he, all things aside from who the man was and what he accomplished in his lifetime, he ended up being a statistic with who? Well, the medical community. He's the one out of 5 who suffers from a heart attack who never gets to see the cardiologist. 1 out of 5 smacks the ground. You dead. The other 4 will go on, and if they've got any good insurance, or if they are the kind of proactive person, they're going to go for the full freaking bypass. That's where they take the mammary veins. These veins, mammary veins, never develop the narrowing. Let's see, what is it? I forget what the name. Arthrosclerosis, something like that. It never develops. If that's what they'll take it out of your chest. It may take away some upper body strength, but cutting your sternum is not going to do much to help you out on that upper body strength either. But they go in and they bypass everything, and it never will clog again, allegedly, provided you make necessary lifestyle changes, or it's just something about you that makes you that 1 in 100 that it's just not going to work for you. But anyway, how much more digressive can I be? Well, people say I'm no good, crazy as well, 'cause I get drunk in the morning and get stoned in the afternoon. Anybody got the correct time? Is it past noon where you're at? Well, feel free. I'm kinda like old Dick, have like to lay around in the shade. Ain't got that much money, and the band sure ain't got it paid. But I ain't asking nobody for nothing. Not a nickel, a dime, a penny, because I can do it on my own. That's right. Been doing it 68 years. If you don't like the way I'm living, you can just vote for Donald Trump. And he'll do away with this poor country boy. He'll see him gone. Don't forget who he teamed up with. Then the preacher man's talking on the TV. Putting down the rock and roll. And he wants me to send a donation because he's worried about Donald's legal bills. Well, Jesus walked on the water, and I know that it's true. But I wish that Donald Trump could do less less. Just, everything. Just ruined a good song. Just thinking about that man bugs me. You know the deals that the government's cut with the medical community on our behalf? You don't realize and it states on our behalf, because science costs money. I mean, legally, there's a cap, probably in the state that you live in. Just Google it. What is the cap on a medical malpractice suit? It'll tell you what the cap is. Unless that surgeon just reaches up there and cuts a carotid artery and just starts laughing hysterically, you're not going to get a dime above that. But that's one of the concessions they make. They let corporations start buying hospitals, buying the non-profit hospitals. People, here you had their board of directors telling the people of their communities, oh, we can't make it. We can't make it. We just can't make it any longer. We can't make it any longer. May have to close. And then, they send donations in, stuff like that. And then a corporation comes in and buys it. If you happen to live where there's a non-profit hospital, you look at the financial disclosure information on that hospital, because we have one of those around here. And they go out and they buy $1 million pieces of property all the time. So it's not like it's not a problem. And then the state will team up with them. And then they make more money off the state, out of the state coffers, never having to pay a dime into the state coffers. So that's the way that goes. This is the first time this vendor's seen the fuzz face and the wah-wah pedal. Let's see if I can move that into position without causing severe injury to myself. Oh yeah, I learned a new, the rhythm to green grass and high tides by the Outlaws. It's E to C to G to D to A. But when you hit that A, you don't hit it, you hit the A string. I'll show you. And that's another wicket you can throw in there. It's got its place in the song, in the dynamic of the song. There's certain things that come at certain times, and I've watched recent performances. There's one dude that played with Huey for a while after the other guitarist left, and he's got a channel. And dude, he comes up this way. He's down around Macon, Georgia. Lives down at Capricorn Studios, best I can tell. That's how much longer the neck is on a Gibson than on a Fender. This much longer. Look at the neck and look where my fingers are. That's how much longer a Gibson neck is on a Fender. And an Ibanez is the same way. Which, theoretically speaking, when you get to the 12th fret, you complete it on an octave. So another 12 frets is another octave. Now, are all licks and solos created equal? Are going to sound equally as good in the two regions? No way. It's just not meant to be. I wish it were so, but it's not. I hate to break that to you in case you was thinking about taking this, but the biggest thing that I'm having difficulties with is if I can sleep a little bit closer to my foot, maybe I won't be distracted wondering how I'm going to get my foot to it next time. It's in the difficulties when I mashed it, so I'm thinking about that while I'm trying to do it. But anyway, enough for me making excuses for which, an excuse is a real big waste of time. Let's see if I hit nailed it. Yep, got it. be. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Oh, wow. This is physical exertion. If you know an old person, get them a ukulele. Learn to play a ukulele. Teach your kids to play a ukulele. They may become a Bruce Springsteen or there's no telling. You never know what's inside until you give the doggone some nourishment to it and watch it grow, see if it'll grow. You can have all the seeds that you want in a little bag sitting at your house. You know, put them in the right soil and or just give them a little bit of water. A lot of times that's all it needs, a little bit of water. Just throw them on the ground and give them a little water. They'll take off. And people with the true gift are like that. So, is $100 too much to find out if a child's got it or not? Is it? If nothing else, maybe they have a friend for life, and when they get old, well, they can sit and watch yourself having played on stage all over the world. Or maybe like Mick Jagger, be a front man. If there's still a world after Trump, seems like he's determined we're going to have World War II all over again. Best I can tell. I watch Fox. I turn it over on MSNBC, and I'll turn it back, watch Fox, and I'll watch MSNBC. It's like watching a tennis match. It's more like a tug of war than a tennis match, because which you get the tennis match action like this by listening to the different spins, of what the man said. I listened to that comedian at Madison Square Gardens. I listened to him. And if he wants to call, if he wants to exercise his freedom of speech, then I really question the integrity of the people who chose him to do that, because they knew in advance what he was going to do and where he was going to do it. Right there, where the largest number of Puerto Rican people who are from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. I'm sorry you may not know that, but it is. Trump denied them access after the hurricane to a lot of things they should have been given access to. But that's the way he is. It's just a little bitty, this is Trump's words, not mine. And I quote him, it's a little bitty island in a great big ocean. In a great big ocean. I doubt Trump knows anything about the Sargasso Sea. And there being seas within oceans. And oceans are separated by their salinity content, which is visible to the naked eye. I don't think Donald Trump knows that. I'm just a dumb old country boy. Whose guitar's out of tune? That Donald Trump couldn't tune a guitar. I bet he couldn't win a game of golf unless he played me. Y'all like that? Well, let's do it again. What do you say? I think it adds a certain dynamic. And the rich man's talking on the TV, he's putting down rock and roll. And he wants me to send a donation because he's worried about my soul. Jesus walks on water, and I know that it's true. But sometimes I wish that old preacher man could do a little walking too. I ain't asking nobody nothing. I can't get on my own. You don't like the way I'm living, you just need this long-haired country boy. Here's that musical interlude we was talking about, y'all like so much. Don't like it so much anymore. Yeah, everything shine gets off of it and want to move on to something different, I guess. This is one of the songs you'll not find played like that anywhere else on YouTube. And who would want to? And that's the question I ask. Oh, they had to make the dreaded urologist appointment. That's the way it makes me feel when I think about a urologist. Hey, buddy. Okay. Be lousy on the replay. I go back and critique this stuff. I don't know, it might be vanity, it does help to know how the amp is set and where the camera is setting. I've tried to iron that stuff out over the last 7 or 8 months now. Down to the freaking temperature and the humidity. It works best around 82 degrees. Sweat action. vibrato. It's like doing aerobic exercise. It's like doing jumping jacks. Well, if you want to take a beating, get your cardio up to about 110, 115, keep it there for about a half hour. You get smoking on a guitar. Or you could just go the cheap route. Make you one of those little blue pills, and you can still make them blue. I never took one. My experimenting days were all over with by the time Viagra hit the market. And I hadn't been playing this guitar in a month more. It's been several months, I think, since this guitar has appeared. And the reason being, it has split shaft tuners. That means the shaft where the spring goes on is split down the middle. It doesn't have a hole through it. The hole is straight down in it. You stick the string down in it, and then you bend it, and then you turn the key to tighten the string up. I had tried on 3 occasions to put one on like that. And I failed miserably every time. Ended up having to get it. I got it on there, but it wasn't correct. I mean, left enough. There was enough slack in that 2 inches that I left extra for me to get it on there. You know, I didn't get all crazy with the tremolo because it had popped out. But if you're going to get a guitar, if you like the sound of the guitar, that's what's going to sell you on the guitar. I'd suggest you buy one. It sounds super good to you. Super, super, super duper good. This one sounds super duper good to me. You know, a little over $1,200 now. They've come down in price, but they're about to quit making them. Is what I feel like. They've got a huge inventory and they quit making them. And as soon as the ones they got on the shelf are gone, there's not going to be any more. Fender's known to do that. This is Mexican made. Hendrix Fender Stratocaster. It's got the reverse bridge pickup, and you get the best of the Hendrix. What Hendrix took advantage of in flipping a right-handed guitar, but you don't have his handicap of having all this up under your armpit. See what I'm saying? If people tell me I hold the guitar wrong, it's a heck of a lot harder for me to hold it like this, because I have to set up in order for this part to rest over here like it's supposed to. And when you got spinal problems, you do it the best way you can. And right now, this thing that I know that I can do, and you can just admire it pretty guitar right there. Well, I'll turn the air conditioning on. It should take me every bit of a count of 20. Let's work out. Oh, mercy. There is one that would be some. That kind of thing. Been doing the math. That's a work in progress. Yeah, the Greengrass high tides. What they call the rhythm. You know, I'm trying to just learn to play the rhythm correctly for each part. You know, if you can't play rhythm, what the heck? Why in the world should I be trying to play and then play some backing track? I figured doggone try and learn to play the rhythm correctly. That's a lick I learned off of just watching the guy from Macon, Georgia. He used to play with Huey Thompson. They played, you know. And then I watched a video of him up there in somewhere up north. He went up north, and the Outlaws were still doing shows up until, I don't know, they may still be doing shows. I don't know who owns the name and everything now. Stuff like that. The name of the band. I mean, what you sell is the band's reputation. And you can sell that. It's something that's tangible out here in the music world, and people will buy it. And they'll hire a bunch to play the covers and ride the road, booking them everywhere that you can. I mean, that school's been out there for near 100 years. Say that train's been rolling for about 100 years. Well, I hear that creek coming. It's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling down the sand. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy and don't never play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Out here in Folsom Prison, and I ain't lying. Dig it, Wilson. Does that sound like a train? I ain't been playing with 18 months. I ain't got one train sound. Couldn't afford another. Hopefully on that train. Well, they free me from this prison and that railroad train was mine. I bet I moved it on a little farther down the line. That's where I'm going to stay. I'm here in Folsom Prison until I die. Take us home, Wilson. Yeah, Wilson. I got a Wilson here at the house for me. Like Tom Hanks had in Castaway.
Wilson, please come back. I won't do it again, Wilson. Wilson, please, Wilson. Oh, Wilson.
I thought I could be an actor, but Daddy'd always smack me, tell me to act like I had some sense. I said, Dad, I can sell it. He wasn't no Fred Trump. In a way he was, but he wasn't. Trying to get back where I know I belong. Wishing hope I was already there. And that fear was just in my ear. There's always another song. Someone singing about me again. There goes another song. I can hear the echo of their voices and the reverb on the record. That's how many times I wore 2 copies of it out. And now I can listen to it on YouTube anytime I want. Green Grass and High Tides. Well, it's got the little icon where it's in my videos. And I got it in every category where if anyone comes hunting information about me, they'll know I damn well sure did like Green Grass and High Tides. See that screen to read the chat. I hope y'all enjoy your time out there. This is the first, I guess, I've been playing this guitar for less than an hour. And when you don't play an instrument, you forget the characteristics of the instrument. Every instrument's different. There's going to be places where it's real fast, and other places where you're going to have to play giddy up and go, because it's just not, it's going to fight you. You ask, the guitars about, and that's it. That's why people like auditorium size acoustic guitars, because they're real fast. That's why people like Fender Stratocasters, because they're fast. And if you want something with a humbucker on it, they make a Stratocaster model with humbuckers. And it'll be better than the SG. You go look at the SGs now, just really messed up they are about humbuckers. That's just really, you buy one of those, you're in the world of pain. Right off the get-go. I don't care what. If the custom shop wants to sue me, they can. I'll tell you, dude, you're in the world of pain. Because the pickup, see, the whole thing's like a microphone. And really, the strings shouldn't, it would be like if you had a roof on your house and it went straight up like that, and you got the lid in this little part down here at the bottom, but your roof is doggone 40 feet tall, but your room went to 10 by 10. That's how extreme it is. When you look at how the strings go over a humbucker pickup on an SG. Go get some look at some pictures on Google. Right, so thin. That sounds more like I've sat here and tried to figure it out on my own. It's totally been a waste of time. Totally a waste of time. I feel like I'm tired of it. I'm sure I've learned enough of it. It's going to just rattle my world trying to learn it and play it correctly. But that's the E7 chord, and there's the finish. It uses the E as a drone, which you can note it right there, and it would be all right because it would be a B note, which is the fifth note of the E chord, or if you were playing bum 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 bum, it would be the bum, but it'd be bum. You know, it wouldn't be the one note, but it'd be the five note. It'd be the one where your foot hits the floor. 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5. It's always 1 5 notes. Most of the time, if you just want to keep it simple. 1 5 1 5 1 5. And then you change chords and it's 1 5 1 5 1 5. And if it's just one beat in that chord, you might just when you go 1 5 hit 5 again, and then go back to your 1. But you just stay in the one chord you're in and hit your fifth note twice if there's only one beat in the fifth chord. Of course, you have to know what 1 4 5 chords are. In G, that's G, C, D. In A, that's A, E, so on and so forth. Just write them down side by side. Right, G, C, and then get your D, and then opposite, A, and then Because what it is, when you start at G, the alphabet, when you get through with G, A starts the alphabet over. G is the last four we have.
Competition in our place. Over the horns, we're blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south. London town. Check out Guitar George. Beatles, all cars. Let's show you rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. And on the guitar is all he can fall. When you get to the Bud Light, play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't take the seat. He's got a gay turn time. He's doing alright. He can play a honky-tonk bag thing. Singing it up Friday night with the Celtics, with a song to your Everybody and boys there fooling around in the corner. Something just like that, my baby, that's that console. We don't give a damn about anything, something playing bad. It ain't what they call rock and roll. Something. tired. Sound of the rhythm stopping your whole everything. A band's blowing Dixie, double ball time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, I stepped inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming out of the rain, you hear jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blow that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But he's tricky with the he doesn't want to make it cry or let him on guitar he can fall. When he gets up on the right. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make you see it. He's got a thing trying to jump. He's doing alright. We can bring it home, talk about it, sing it up Friday night. With the Sultans, with the Sultans on swing. The man steps right up to the microphone. Says at last should the time bell ring. Alright, now it's time to go home. And he makes it fast. One more thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of swing.
over again. Boom,
Meantime, sound of the rhythm stopping your whole everything. A band's going Dixie, double bar time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. The lights step inside, but you don't see Jimmy coming out of the rain to hear jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns are blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, other town. Check out Guitar George, Dino's all cards. Now you string you with the needles that wanna make it cry or sing. If that old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up on the lights and play his thing. Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make me see. He's got a big time, you know, right? Play the honky tonk like anything. Saving it up Friday night. Little suckers, little songs and little clocks. Anybody and boy that moving around in the car. Something was the best rock baggies in that platform song. They don't give a damn about any playing band. It ain't what they call rock and roll. And the something, yeah, the something they feel. Never man steps right up to the microphone. Says at last that the time bell ring. Good night.
Yeah,
Now it's time to go home.
That's right.
Please
Go
sit
away.
fast. One more thing. We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing. ride. Sound of the rhythm stopping your whole everything. A band's blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music play. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming out of the rain to hear jazz go by. Competition with other places. I love the horns that blow that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south. London town.
Like Creole blues down there, man.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all chords. Make sure you run the heathens and wanna pick his vital scene. And no guitar is all he can afford. When he gets up on the line, and Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't take the seat. He's got a big time, he's doing alright. He can play the honky tonk like anything. Tearing it up right now. With the suffering, with the soft touching emotion. Anybody can body can't move around in the corner. Doing just a test right back in that platform song. They don't give a damn about any pumping, playing back. It ain't what they call a heavy roll. And it's something, yeah, it's all just the way it feels.
Here we go. And we're back. More back. Full back, half back. You know, I just never have understood. Everybody goes after the quarterback when I don't understand that stuff. Never did understand football. I went out for the football team. They put the JV team in front of a bunch of 8th graders. I weighed 90 pounds. They put me at the position of center. I was squaring off against a guy. He weighed at least 50 pounds more than I did. I don't know whether you've ever seen a big dog run at a small dog and hit the small dog with his body. He rolled me like a pit bull rolling a chihuahua. I just tumbled backwards. and then had to walk home from practice. That was 2.5 miles. I said, the heck is this? Yeah, somebody's out there. Hey, thanks for tuning in. You came a running. I appreciate it. I did the same thing when I heard the call of the electric guitar. Came running as soon as I could. Wore out too. Well, I wore out one, and I got another one like the first one, but it's really not worth having unless you're learning. Once your ear gets used to good, like this Hendrix Signature Stratocaster, you can't go back to cheap guitars. And now I'm getting into pedals. I've got a fuzz face, a Metal Zone, MT2W, Crybaby, Hendrix Wah-Wah, Ibanez TS-808, a Boss Looper RC1, and I am coming into a reverb pedal here in a couple of days, and also an EQ pedal. That's going to be the interesting thing. Having equalization, control of equalization after a wah-wah pedal, and on top of it, Boss pedals, allegedly, don't take my word for it, because I'm taking the internet's word for it. We know how believable a lot of things are on the internet, unless we really want to believe it. Like Trump's a good guy, and he's going to take care of women whether they like it or not. He's going to take care of women whether they like it or not. I think he's done took care of women all they need taken care of, to tell you the truth. There's a whole lot of women that have final resting places due to his appointments to the Supreme Court and his Trump's words saying states wanted it back under their control. In other words, 50 different laws about something. I believe in freedom. It's good to learn it going forwards and backwards. If you have to write it down on a piece of paper to keep a note of where you went, it's pretty easy to do. Just write 6 lines on a piece of paper. The top line is your first string, or this bottom one right here. It's kind of like you turn the guitar upside down. and you read it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the way the tablature is written for most musical instruments. But it's see if I can get a clear tone out of this thing. I just don't think it's possible. Didn't get very far off that. How about this? Ah, ah. Yeah, someone said in the comments the other day, you better be careful or you're going to get burned out. And that's after I've already gotten burned out. So here we are, live. And I'm sitting here without anything, no beverage at all. But anyway, here we're getting a grocery delivery in right now. You hear anything in the background? While you and Fred come, it's rolling round me, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm plugged to go to prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down the sand. When I was just a baby, my mom told me, son, always be good, but when don't never play with guns, run a shop and Reno, just watch him die. I'm here close to prison, hang my head and cry. Vicky Wilson. Vicky Wilson, one more time.